Welcome to this week's Deal Review. What's going on, everybody? I'm Scott Oots. Today we are going to go to Lake Elsinore, California, which is actually not that far away from us, so it's probably about a 10-15 minute drive. Lake Elsinore is an area where you can get actually some great deals on property. Great deals on property in California, right? You can go out to LA and Orange County and the same property that's in Lake Elsinore potentially cost twice as much. So you can get a good deal out in this area. So we had something that happened out here, so I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. $45,000 spread out of Lake Elsinore. Great property. Now I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. Here's some pictures for you guys so you get an idea of what we're looking at. You can tell Lake Elsinore is a little more hilly, forested, right? It's not your Orange County area. Definitely they're still building a lot out in these areas. So if you take a look at the house, I mean, general house, there's nothing really wrong with it. It just needs some rehab and needs some updating. Electric box there. I mean, not horrible switches, it just looks like a mess. You can tell, I mean, look past all the stuff on the walls. Overall, the walls and everything look pretty good. So it just needs to be spruced up. I mean, this isn't bad at all. Of course, that's my opinion. Sellers were in a major hurry on this deal. They called us and said, hey, we need to get a deal done. We need to sell this house. So, of course, that's why we're here, right? That's the service we offer. So we went out and met with these people pretty quickly, as soon as possible. After signing the contract, so we went out, met with the sellers, they signed our contract, and the sellers just started ignoring us. We like to call that ghosting. But they signed. They signed with us. These people wanted to sell. So why would they stop taking our phone calls? Why would they stop answering the door? It's so strange to me, but it happens. So called, knocked on the door. Now, one of the times we went to the property, they actually answered. What you need to do is you need to find out when someone's ghosting you. You need to figure out what it is that's stopping them, right? Turns out they couldn't find another place to move to. So they thought the best option was just to not even bother taking our phone calls. Well, that makes things worse. So we're able to help them with this stuff if they come forward and tell us what the issue is. We assisted them with finding a new place, which is very easy to do. Hey, where do you want to move to? What do you want to pay? Make it very simple. Sellers came back a week later and threw up the next roadblock. Scott, I need $15,000 to help with my move. All right. So if you've been in this business long enough, you should know general costs to do things. General costs to movers, general costs for down payments on houses, general costs for application fees if they're going into a rental. What is it that they would typically need to pay to move? Cost of getting boxes, things like that. Sellers said they need $15,000 and immediately I said, whoa, this can't be. There's something wrong. So we said, Mr. Seller, break this down for us. What is the $15,000? So they were moving out of state. They said $1,800 to ship their truck, right? Okay, that's actually not horrible. That's actually a pretty standard cost. $6,000 for packing and moving, $3,000 for medical insurance. For the packing and moving, now they are moving out of state. That could very well be the case if they're having somebody come in, pack up everything for them and move it. It could be the case across state lines. Medical insurance. For some reason, they needed me to pay for their medical insurance when they're getting proceeds from the house, which just didn't make sense. $1,200 for a cleaning service and junk removal. Now, this line right here, that's why we're here. Listen, Mr. Seller, leave the items in the house you don't want. I'm gonna take care of it for you, or the buyer will. $1,500 for the EMD on 2 potential properties. So earnest money deposit on 2 properties they were trying to buy. Now, you don't put in earnest money deposit on 2 different properties until your offer's accepted. So your offer's only gonna get accepted on 1. These sellers put everything together on everything they needed. And then they said, you know what? I need a cushion. I need you to give me $15,000 cash, then a cushion. Here's my problem, right? These sellers have already ghosted us a couple times. So I'm not gonna go to the house and start passing out $100 bills to these people and then have them just disappear on me. We started working all this down. We ended up giving them $0. Turned out they didn't need the money. They wanted the money. We do give sellers money to help them with moving. We do that, but a lot of times we'll pay the moving company directly and it will come out of their proceeds. We work those things out to protect us. We don't go just hand cash out and assume that somebody's gonna do what they say they're gonna do. We gave them $0. They wanted $15,000 to start. They vacated. We actually closed the property 10 days early and they were on their way to Washington State, which is where they were gonna move to. You gotta understand that just because sellers want something does not mean they need it. You have to start understanding what it is they want and why they want it and what they're gonna use it for. You need to ask those probing questions. So we got over a $40,000 wholesale fee on this for sellers that basically called us and said, I want to move. by my house. Hopefully this helped you guys out. This is this week's deal review. We'll talk to you guys later.